Hey, what's going on YouTube? Random Gaming here. Not gaming at all right now. I've actually just got something pretty cool to show you. This is the body of a chainsaw. Motor, sprockets, everything. And this was gifted to me by someone I live with the full well good known intention that I'm going to apply this engine to my bicycle. So, I mean, I've lived in the sticks for a good portion of my life, but this is an experience that I never really had. I never really had the people to show me how this was done, never had the equipment to do this, never had the experience to do this before, up until I've lived in the city and the suburb now. So now that I have had mechanical experience before, I've had a little anatomy lesson on this one, but I just want to let you guys know that this might be like the first big jump before the drop on this channel. And the reason I say that is because there's going to be a few months where I simply can't post anything. Alright, it's just going to be as simple as just doing a basic training. Alright, the U.S. Navy, I'm going to be working with them. Going to get into the well and septic industry. There's a high demand in that field because, well, let's face it, nobody wants to work with shit all day. It smells like hell. But my nose is pretty much dead. Alright, I don't smell a hell of a lot of negative smells. And honestly, right now, I'm mostly just taking this time to blog, kind of do nothing. I'm still in high school, so I mean, as soon as I'm out of high school, I'm planning on shipping off to basic training, but I still gotta get my SSC mailed to me. So yeah, I just realized as I was looking it over, this can't be on here for the intended purposes, and I should probably clean this thing up a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so it revs this way. I'd link the chain in there. Yeah. This is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And I mean, if I do it just right, I'm planning on binding down this safety trigger with tape. And then this is the throttle. This is like for overdrive, I guess. But I mean, even if it's running, it's still spinning, kinda, I believe. I don't know. I'm not a chainsaw guy. If I'm wrong about that, please tell me. I've got someone who lives with me that can help me out a little bit for the time being too. But ugh, you can see all the sawdust that's built up in here over time. It makes sense not to clean your chainsaw in some respect, I suppose. I mean, it's just gonna get messed up again anyways. But who knows? Who knows how many ailments you could prevent if you just kind of take all this gunk out every once in a bit, like this. This is just nasty, man. I will be cleaning this table up afterwards. Don't worry, YouTube. Or Rumble, wherever the hell I decide to post this. I think I'm going to go with both for a little bit and see which one gets a better reaction. Alright, here we go. Just gonna clean this up here. With some tissue paper. Clean the table off. All this oiled up, or two-cycled up really, sawdust. And I mean, this does have to take 2-cycle, I know. Because if you run regular gas in this, it'll fry. But I mean, I just kind of want to clean it up a bunch before I really start using it, just to make sure that I can't jam it up or anything. Just make sure it won't lock in on me for the reason of uncleanliness. I just want to make sure that it's clean when I start using it, you know. And I'll take a picture of when I first install it. And that will probably be my first and maybe even only ever post to Twitter. I'm not much of a Twitter guy. I'm not much of a social media guy in general. I like blogging on YouTube from time to time just because it gives me something to do when I'm bored. It also feels like I have someone to talk to when I'm being productive, and it helps me stay productive. I like to talk to people, but I'm also an introvert. Like, help me make that make sense. I get that the way a lot of people are up and coming now is through YouTube Shorts, and then people, if they get big enough following, they'll get requests for long form, and they will do long form for them, but yeah. Oofta. It's a nasty clump right there. Alright. So yeah. Michigander living in the sticks. Maybe that's what I should call the channel. Nah, it wouldn't make sense after basic training. I'd have to change the name again then anyways. Hopefully I can do more, gaming after that, but I do need some 2-cycle to make sure this is going to run right. Looks like this is the way it spins, is clockwise. Let's start it up. And then set it to the on position. This might be the hardest part about using it, honestly, is the fact that you have to pull it super hard, super quick. And this is like a scrapped out saw. This is something that was sold in parts. I mean, like the reel on the left side was completely broken. Like the spool would come out. So what me and I guess I could say my sponsor did, and we're also suspecting that this is broken, but we don't know yet. What me and my sponsor did was we literally just took the spool off another one of the same brand, just a different color, and we just slapped it on here. It was completely interchangeable, and I loved it. It works great. It's spinning the spool over. It's spinning the doohickey flywheel over here. I don't know what it's called. I have some level of mechanical knowledge. I know how to use tools, but I'm not mechanically inclined in any sense of the word. I'd rather do the backbreaking labor by hand than with a tool. Like as far as splitting wood goes, instead of using the wood splitter out there, which is really easy to use. Granted, it's not the greatest example here, but I'd rather just split it with the splitting maul. Or, if I could, I'd love to learn how to use a froe. But those are chaotic elements of a different time, I suppose. I mean, I'm just kind of rambling here. So, I mean, yeah, what is this so far? 8 minutes? Not bad. And then I'm not sure what this little doohickey here is. This blue one right here. I could pop it out and pop it in. I'm not sure what it does, and it appears to have 2 different functions. It clicks in one spot, clicks in another spot. So I don't know if that's intentional or not. I'm not sure what this does. It might let me prime it, who knows. And I also don't know what this other trigger right here is, if that's another safety or whatever. Ah, that's a lock. Hang on a second. Yep. I hold that down for safety, and then I press that in, release, and that doesn't come out all the way. Yeah, that's a lock. That's to keep my throttle on. Holy hell. Didn't even realize that at first. This thing's gonna be more useful than I originally thought. So yeah, let's see what we can do about checking this priming bulb. I mean, I've got all the tools right here anyhow, and I'm just kind of doohicking around with it. May as well do something productive, right? Let's see. I only got the 2 screws in it right now, just because I know I'm gonna be taking it apart every so often. God dang. Trying not to swear for YouTube's sake, but I think when I go over to Rumble, I'll be fine. Pretty hard to do with this slightly undersized screwdriver, but I don't remember where I put the one I was just using last night. Alright, that one's good. This one's in kind of tight. Might have overdone this one. And it looks like it's all set. Yeah. You said it looks like this one might be leaking? I don't see it. You know, it looks like it's still pretty sealed on. I could be wrong, granted. But I mean, the gas tank just built right into the handle, and you mentioned there's a hose in here. I'm gonna pull this thing all the way out, why don't I? Just pull this all the way out of the gas thing. Maybe clip that end off at some point. Oh yeah, that's a decent gas tank. It's like a quarter. You mentioned there's a gas hose in here. And I guess all I'm trying to do is like see where it's at. Because if I can, I'd love to just put a basket on the back of my bike with a 2-gallon gas can and like mix 2-cycle, pour the 2-cycle into that 2-gallon gas can, and it would be fine. All I'd need at that point is a little basket up at the front, put some oil cartridges, and put about whatever the ratio is of gasoline into the tank, dump the rest of it in as oil, and bam, you got yourself some 2-cycle. I've seen it work. I live with someone who cuts wood with these for a living. He's the one who gifted me this. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for years. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, as far as like the jerry-rigging aspect goes, I mean, that's pretty set in stone. It's going to have to be jerry-rigged the whole way. What I'm hoping I can eventually do is set up the throttle like a nitrous button up by my right side. Just kind of reach my arm in and just go like this and take care of that. I have 2 front brakes, but I don't want to really sacrifice one of them for, or I have 2 front brake handles, I should say. One controls the back, one controls the front. Obviously, it's a bicycle. But I don't really want to sacrifice either one, because if I hold my front and then tap my back, I stop really quick, and that's something I've gotten used to doing. It's something that I actually do pretty regularly. I might have crossed the screw, but I'll worry about that another day. You know, when it comes back to bite me in the ass, but if I stop now, it's just going to come back to bite me in the ass now, and I don't really care for that. It's fine. But yeah, I'm probably going to be attaching this, if not today, then tomorrow. Like, I'll just toss on some decent clothes, or not decent clothes, kind of like what I'm wearing now. The Ace Movers shirt. I'm just going to throw on jeans, really. It's going to be the only change, is jeans. Or jean shorts, rather. You know, get really rough and tumble. And yeah, if you want to just take a better look at this, you're more than welcome. You know, you got all these parts, all these moving parts that make me nervous, because if I fuck something up, it could quite possibly explode. Maybe I'm over dramatic. Maybe I'm a warrior wart. Maybe. But I'll tell you one thing. This is going to be lit. Alright. See you later, YouTube. See you later, Rumble. Posting to both. I've decided. Bye.